Hello guys, my name is Kiminekyt and I got some good news for you. After 21 treacherous days that my mother has been at home, well, it wasn't 21 treacherous days, it was a bit more than that, but she's been at home for 21 days officially. Still though, after 21 treacherous days that she's been sitting there behind me 24/7 just watching TV and not allowing me to make any videos at all because it would just interrupt everything I would attempt to do, she is finally returning to work. But here's the catch. Morning shifts. She's gonna have morning shifts. So for the upcoming week, I'm gonna go in the morning to school, and then when I return in the evening from school, she's gonna be there, sitting behind me yet again. So that's one more week added to me not making videos. Either way, today we're gonna be watching a guy called Okay-ishness playing in his VK7201K. Now, considering the fact how his name sounds and also the fact that he has a tiny little C and Z behind his name, we can safely assume that he's from Czech Republic. So in addition to my regular intro, I'm also gonna say hello, brother, since yeah, you know, Czech Republic is kinda close to Slovakia, not Slovak Republic, it's Slovakia for quite some time. Still though, he's playing in a VK7201K, which is a tank that I got quite vivid memories of because back in the day when this tank was actually introduced to the game, I only got to the clan which I played for probably the longest time ever. The best days that I've had in this game were throughout the time when this tank was only being released, so yeah, I do know quite a bit about this tank. I mainly do know one thing about this tank, and that is that, well, it used to be nicknamed Failöwe. I don't know how it is nicknamed nowadays, probably something else, but back in the day it was considered to be basically a tier 10 Löwe that is absolutely horrific. Well, imagine E100. Imagine E100, then give it this kind of a hull, lower its armor to half, and give it the same amount of mobility. Oh, and also lower the DPM. Then you get this thing. Like, it is not absolutely horrendous. It is just somewhere around like the bottom 20% of tanks of the tier 10. It's generally speaking pretty bad. Still though, today we are gonna be watching Okay-ishness playing it rather well. He also got a pretty damn good map, as we might see. He got a Paris map, which means that he has got a plentiful of corners behind which he can side scrape. And here we may see a beautiful side shot into the Type 5 Heavy. That is what this tank is amazing at doing. I should also sadly point out the fact that he is spamming premium rounds because, well, that's kinda the thing that you are doing with this tank and the E100 as well. You just cannot use the standard rounds because they get like 246 penetration, which makes it almost impossible to penetrate about 99% of the tanks on this tier. Seriously, unless the tanks get like 20 armor on the front, you are not going to pen them, because for some reason it is like this on tier 10 that the tanks either got 250 and over that amount of armor, or they are complete papers. Here we might see that the Type 5 Heavy was actually shut down because of the fact that he was showing a pretty significant portion of his side turret armor to you, which allowed you to get a pretty decent shot in. Here we might see you most definitely notice that the TVP T50 is actually reloading at this point, so we decided to go in and take a shot. In the meantime, until he will reload, he will probably be reloaded as well, so yeah, it's probably for the best that your team took care of him. And there we go, another kill on the Super Conqueror. Let's keep on rolling. There are still, how many enemies remaining? 8 enemies remaining and only 5 allies remaining. Thankfully, 2 of the enemies are actually artilleries, which means that they are going to be quite easy to kill. And here we might see a pretty juicy shot into the Object 430U, a pretty dangerous Soviet medium tank. Seriously, if that thing is left alive, it's gonna cause quite a bit of problems. Oh, and here's the Object 907 engaging not directly onto you, but it is engaging onto your Object 140 and the rest of your team, and actually he didn't meet any of your allies. Instead of that, he decided to go for E. Well, remember how I said that this tank doesn't really have the greatest armor of all? I kinda jinx it, because the Object 907 and, if I'm correct, the E100 actually managed to ricochet all of your armor, so yeah. Still though, another shot will be capable of securing you the second kill of the game, as you just killed the Object 907, another dangerous Soviet medium tank. And here's the enemy Batchat, which is currently unloading onto your Object 430U. He seems to be all out of ammunition after his last shot that he has taken. He actually wasn't out of ammunition. Still though, you put an end to his life rather quickly by putting a nasty, how high of a caliber shell did you put into him? 150mm shell. Man, this tank has absolutely disgusting alpha damage, but that is pretty much the only strength that this tank has. Still though, around this corner we might see that there are two enemies remaining, one of which is the enemy Object 430, which you weren't capable of killing previously, but now you were able to kill him. And the last enemy remaining is actually the enemy Badger. This tank is like the best position that you can find this enemy tank in. It's going cooldown, you cannot shoot it anywhere apart from the lower plate, and since you got premium rounds loaded, you can quite easily penetrate the lower plate. However, for some unknown reason, the Badger didn't manage to shoot either tracks or your lower plate at all, and that means that he's more or less dead. He's down to 1000 hit points. The Object 430U is circling out, and one swift shell into the side armor secured. Another kill for your ally, the Object 430U, which by the way right now invited you to a platoon, and if you will accept it, and spoiler alert, you actually will, you will definitely get a crucial contribution medal for this game. There are still two enemy, well, not much of a tanks remaining. Two enemy SPGs remaining, the enemy Batchat and the Conqueror GC. The Batchat is a French artillery, which means that it's freaking fast. It's gonna, by the time that you, in the meantime, as you were killing the enemy Badger over there, it probably traveled from over here to the next freaking galaxy, and it's probably somewhere around your spawn at this point. So, yep. No, that's actually Conqueror GC, but there's also the enemy Batchat. Oh, here we can see your ally actually wanted to go for a pulse mel, and he actually get a chance. He had the chance to actually go for a pulse mel, as he would be able to get 10 kills. If he didn't actually kill the Conqueror GC or the Batchat, while we are at that, here we can see that he's actually sad about that. But don't get me wrong, in my opinion, it is a bit rare to get 11,000 damage than it is to actually get a pulse medal. I myself, on my old account, had about 12 pulse medals, and I've never done 11,000 damage in my life, so yeah. Still though, your ally right now finished off the Batchat, which means that this is the end of a game. G freaking G. And in the post-game stats, we may see how much of a truly beautiful game this was. At a Koblejek says that it was capable of getting himself 6 medals in total, which is an excruciatingly low amount, considering that he just dealt 11.4 thousand damage. That's absolutely ridiculous amount of damage, yet still you were capable of only getting 6 medals, 3 of which were a bit less rare medals, and 3 of which were a bit more rare medals. And out of these 3 a bit more rare medals, you had 2 only thanks to the fact that at the end of a game, the Object 430U actually invited you. But on the other side, the Object 430U had a blast of a game himself, as he was able to deal 9,000 damage, get 9 kills, almost 10 kills if you haven't killed that Conqueror GC, but seriously, don't get me wrong, 11,000 damage is much more rare than a pulse medal. As I said, I had about 12 pulse medals, and I've never done 11,000 damage in my entire life, so yeah, good freaking job on this. We can see how broken is actually the system that the Wargaming has over here, as you actually didn't get more experience in your body over here, but both of you played really freaking well, and I'm actually surprised that he got more medals than you did. That doesn't make much sense. So though, in the detailed report, we may see that in despite of the fact that you were spamming premium rounds left and right, you still managed to make more money than you lost in this game. I do have a feeling like this tank also gets the bonus credits for a game, but I might be mistaken on this one. Still though, you actually made almost 100,000 for this game, which is absolutely freaking amazing. You also drove over 2 kilometers, which is a pretty incredible result in this tank. Seriously. So overall, the only thing I disliked if it comes to this replay was the fact that, yes, you were spamming premium rounds, but I guess that can be sort of excused by the horrendous penetration that this tank has, of the penetration of 246. At the end of the video, I also want to say one single thing, and that is that I no longer have braces. This is a significant part of my life when I was finally gotten rid of the freaking braces. So yeah, I'm finally able to speak normally. There is only one single problem, and that is that I get some kind of a weird ass retention set kind of a thingy that I have to wear constantly. Unless I'm speaking like this, you know, I can take it out of my mouth and speak normally. So right now I do not have it in my mouth, but if I were to actually put it in my mouth, give me a second, it would sound kind of like this. So yeah. I'm not gonna be wearing it while I'm recording videos. Still though, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I'll see you next time. Bye.